public.
Okay. Okay. Good evening. Zachariah Jackson, BASA News. Again, I'm in Newark, New Jersey. The largest city in New Jersey, is that correct?
That's right.
All right. I'm downtown Newark with no other than a street doctor. Where do we start? The work that you do, street doctor. You out here trying to tell people how not to get into crime. You fight police brutality also, I imagine, yes. So with Larry Ham, you're all over.
Yeah.
You're all over. And so I guess I want to start the interview with just asking you, who is street doctor? What drives street doctor?
Come on. I was waiting on that. All right, so out of respect, we respect masses and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is now, of course, we are far apart, so people can hear me, and I'm ready.
Okay.
To introduce myself.
Go ahead.
June the 13th. I'll never forget this. June the 13th, 1983. I heard these words. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say may be held against you in the court of law. They call that the Miranda rights.
Yes.
From 1983, I got locked up for bank robberies. Lot of them. And they gave me 58 years. I was 35 years old. Out of the 58 years, I did 17. Before I start, I want to thank God. All praises be to God. I don't get caught up on names and all that stuff because God is good.
Yes.
And if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be out. But anyway, they say life is a journey, not a destination.
Okay.
So out of the 17 years, I did 10 years in solitary confinement.
Wow.
I'll never forget this. 1990, they had a riot in Trenton State Prison.
Okay.
And what happened, they made everybody strip naked. Take your hands, put it behind your neck, and they brought in dogs. That's the first time I seen this dog, which had a big head. It was a Rottweiler. I've never seen that. Marched us in. That was November 1990. We came out 1 hour a day. I did 10 years, brother, in that stinking hole. And
In Trenton?
In Trenton. We came out 1 hour.
1 hour a day.
1 hour a day, brother. And I prayed to God, made contact with God, no spooky stuff. Started reading. I read a book a day for 10 years. Became what you would call a jailhouse lawyer. And gave all that time back and left on a case called State versus McKinley, which was a drug program. But anyway, fast forward. Number one, I complained that I ain't have no shoes until I met the man ain't have no feet. And the question you just asked me, brother, that's all in here. They say coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. Number two, 58 years, as I stated earlier, for bank robbery. Gave that back. Hey, brother. Hey, okay, what's going on? All right. Yeah. Oh, you picked the bad spot, but know what though? It's okay.
It's okay. We're good.
We're good. All right. So anyway, just like I said, 1990. Because I wrote this down.
Bring your voice up.
Okay. The last book I read was called What Makes the Great Great.
Wow.
If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend 6 hours sharpening my axe.
Wow.
So that means that to the listening audience, I didn't have to spend all day chopping down that tree
Right.
because I spent most of the time sharpening the axe.
Right. That's deep. That's deep.
Come on.
Come on.
It says, when the student, hey brother, they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Amen. Amen.
Come on, brother.
Come on now.
So these is all the lessons, getting me prepared, okay? Hey brother, get me prepared for this mission. No job, because if it was a job, brother, I would have been there. Right? November 2000, I got released.
Okay.
I've been out, this is my 21st year. I told God, brother, and I'm telling not just you, but the world, right, that it is a God.
Yes.
I said, God, you get me out of this, and I'm gonna take care of business. Non-stop, brother.
Non-stop.
Even though, you know, I'm
Yeah.
going through, you know, my thing. So what I want to do now is I want to yield for a moment, and you can ask me anything, brother.
Okay, Street Doctor, you've been out here fighting for social justice, trying to heal a community
Yeah, man.
of people. Do you get support?
Yes, no,
Okay, let's start with the no.
just talk. You're doing a good job. We praying for you.
Okay. That's it.
I don't need prayer.
Right.
I do that every day.
That's right. That's right. Economic incentive, what you do.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, when I said no, that was the no. Talk, because they don't want to give up now. Yes, to some people who's givers,
Sure.
and most of them, this hurting me saying this, is not my kind.
Right.
And when I say about
I understand,
not
I understand,
my
I understand,
kind,
I
I'm not
understand.
trying to be, I keep it.
Well, let me ask you this. You got to interject that right there, stop you here, and say, why is that? Why, you know, I interviewed Salam Ishmael yesterday. You seen the interview? I brought that to his attention too.
Yeah.
How is it that we can raise money for dancers to visit our churches,
Come on, brother.
but we, you know, it's like we shy away from those that's the movers
Yeah,
and the shakers,
and the shakers, man.
that opens the door,
I'm telling you, brother.
that make us the firefighter.
Come on, man.
Because we weren't a firefighter before.
Oh no.
They made us the police officer because they didn't have a job for us, even
Come
though
on.
the city was, the constituents in the city reflect us, that we didn't have true representation. But with people like yourself,
And
that's movers and shakers.
I love you, brother, for that. And let me tell you something. Forrest Whitaker, the GQ Award.
Okay.
This man came to Newark to get me. Found out what I was doing. I'm
Okay.
supposed to have been out of here. Dalai Lama, right down there at the Robert Tree. Usher brought me. So I'm saying, and it goes on and on. And I don't even, financially now, because they say one thing about working and loving your work, you'll never work again in your life. It's not your pay.
Exactly.
So, a mission. Don't forget now, I promised God that if He get me out,
That's right.
and I haven't looked back and never wouldn't look back. So, I don't look for no help like that. Retired from the city.
So,
The mayor was excellent, no problem with them. But I just couldn't be around, you know, excuse me, brother, ass kisses. I'm an independent guy. I love everybody until you disrespect me.
Sure.
And then you see the other side. But thank God, you understand, I haven't reached that point.
sure.
But I just love their help. I mean, brother, this person,
Sure.
with the banks. We gave most of that money away, and I'm glad you brought that up too, brother. I complained that I ain't had no shoes. Now, I already introduced myself about the locker.
That's
Hear
right.
this, brother. 2 books, brother, and a movie.
Fingerprint. Oh, that's you.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying,
Oh my
brother.
God.
Brother, I got 2.
The fingerprint. Identifying
Identifying
the real you.
Then sold out on that, and then came back and did another
The
one.
fingerprint. Oh my God! I didn't know you had books. Street Doctor.
Hey, and brother, not just books. I did a movie, sold out. What's his name? The rapper?
50 Cent.
No, the other one. He got a deep voice. He was my narrator.
Cool Modi.
No, the other one.
Mos Def.
No, the original guy, man. They used his voice. He did the voice.
Okay. We get
Cool
back.
Daddy Kane, man.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Yes. Staten
No,
Island.
He did my movie.
Oh man.
So I'm saying I can go on and on. That's why that title, I complained that I didn't have no shoes until I met the man. Man ain't had no feet. This is not fake. I'm in a hole. It's 1,759 Rice Krispies in the box. They took my books, brother, so I wouldn't be able to read. It's 86,400 seconds in a day. I don't care how you do it. I mastered all that, brother.
So how did you? Okay, I can see how you mastered the time. But what about the Rice Krispies? Did you count them?
Yeah, I never forget that count as long as I live.
You counted a whole box of Rice Krispies?
The little ones.
The little box.
The little box.
And it's 1,000 and that.
759. You can ask me, Street Doctor, how many Rice Krispies in the box 20 years from now? And I'll throw that number at you.
Wow. This was when you was in Solitary
And brother, what I did, I broke everything down. I flipped that into college like Malcolm did with the dictionary.
Sure.
So I flipped the script, right? I studied psychology for 6 months. Watson, John, Pavlov, Skinner, my man with the hair going.
Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud, the other one. What's his name? This dude was
Einstein. No.
Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Oh my
that
God.
Einstein, this guy wanted to think like God. Now dig. He said life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you got to keep moving. So
My God.
all these books
That you absorb.
I read 15 years. I don't care what you ask me. I'm gonna give you an answer. And I see why, brother, that they whooped the slave when he got caught reading the book, Frederick Douglass,
Yes.
and all of it. Then they got another saying, brother. They say anytime you want to hide a secret, you put it from blacks, you put it in a page of book. Okay. Then with this technology that they got now, which is nothing wrong with it, okay, but it's no human stuff no more.
That's right.
And my favorite word out the dictionary is why. Hey, go the guy, and I just went, this a 30-second sound bite with this guy because I'm sick of it. Donald Trump. They said the circus don't change, only the clowns. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is to convince the people he don't exist, right? I mean, people, we just fall for anything. And my race, I'm not going to give up on them, even though a lot of them just act retarded sometimes, but I can understand because I was, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give up because I done did too much work is to give up.
Okay.
Come on.
You touched on the president, and I'm going to touch on him just for maybe a minute. People say
Come on.
that the president divided us, divided the country. But can one man divide love? Have we ever had real love for each other? How can one man that hasn't even been in office 4 years yet, hasn't been 4 years all the way, okay, how could he just come after all that love and just divide you?
Easy.
You really think?
And let me tell you why easy. Hey, brother, let me tell you why easy.
That's true, Doctor?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, how you doing, sir?
Thank you, brother.
I'm Dr. D's son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
How you doing? It's good to
Okay.
see you.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no problem.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you, brother.
It's good to see you, brother.
Thank you.
You keep up the great work.
Thank you, sir.
Good man. Good man.
Speaks for itself.
So, good question. 'Cause I don't want to.
After 4 years.
4 years. Now, do you know how many people that believe in him, that always wanted to, okay, brother, that always wanted to do what he doing, but was afraid? So only thing he did was just came, go ahead, man.
But how can you act on something?
Come on.
Sweet Doctor, that isn't there? I beg it. I just listen. Okay. I understand. You can grow up in the inner city, right? And there's all kinds of obstacles.
Yeah.
Drugs, guns,
Yeah.
crime, whatever. But is a strong word. It's a 3-letter. It's a conjunction, right? But there's a library downtown too. There's a library up the hill too.
Who's going to it?
It's your choice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I bring that to say that it's hard for me to really picture that we were so close together,
I miss them days.
right? When I say we, I'm talking about all the American people,
Right.
that we were so close together, and this man came in 2016,
Yeah.
2017, being sworn in
Yeah,
as
man.
president, and just divided us that quick.
But it was, but no, this thing.
You were already-
But go ahead. It was always there.
That poison was there.
It was there. So all he did was just shook it up. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing people he don't exist. McDonald's don't have to show you the
I know
hamburger.
more.
All they do is play the music
That's
and
right.
make you hungry.
Yes.
They call that subliminal seduction.
That's right.
You know, I don't want to like go deep into this. Hey, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
All right now. I don't want to.
Nice to see you.
Thank you, brother.
Very nice.
I didn't want to go deep into this stuff. Just like with Malcolm, not getting off the subject, they created an atmosphere. J. Edgar Hoover created an atmosphere.
Sure.
He hated Martin Luther King.
Sure.
He said Martin Luther King was the #1 public enemy.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. You know, so they call it racism. It's bigger than I don't like you because of the color of your skin. Okay. I mean, so now it done flipped, and our people got to wake up. I love this. So, and the Jews, the Jewish people, right? They got a saying, never again.
Sure.
Never again. We don't have no saying with the reparations.
Sure.
I'm working on that. I'm working on that right now while we speak. Everybody got it except us.
Right. Well, that, that's going to be for another show. And we're going to sit down and talk about that. But I want to talk about the work that you got out of jail in 2000, right? Year 2000. Out of jail year 2000, right? Okay. I want to talk about, you got out of jail at the beginning of a new millennium.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, of a new century.
Boy, you asking the
21st
right,
century.
you asking the right stuff because
So when-
don't forget, hold that thought. Don't forget, when I left, it was like basically the afros, the phone, the
Beepers,
I mean,
you left in 83.
83, bro.
Yeah.
So when I
You
came,
left during Ronald Reagan.
so when I get out, everything is like almost got hit by a car. I mean, we can go on, but I that.
So you got out, and then where did you get the name Street Doctor from?
Salam.
Salam Ishmael.
Yeah, I wanted to address that. They had that was 27 years ago. They had a march in Elizabeth And during that period of time, I was going into schools with a doctor's uniform on. So when we was doing the march, he said, last but not least, the street doctor. So God, the creator, spoke through Salam, and that was it.
That was it. That was it. Wow. Wow. So have you had many success stories in helping young people turn around?
Lot. And what make it so bad, brother, I get that, well, you seen just a little bit right here. And I worked it in the jail.
You work in the jail?
I worked in a place called Delaney Hall.
And where's that? On Delaney Avenue?
Everybody come through there, bro.
So
it's a lockup.
They don't have the Essex County lockup no more. They
got that too. It's right across the street from there.
Delaney.
Right across the street from there. So everybody come through there. So I worked it in there for a few years, right? And all these people, gangbangers, murderers, I mean, everybody, they remember that. Not counting on the street.
Sure.
Going to court for feed program, basketball, boxing.
Right, I remember the boxing.
Remember the boxing?
Yeah.
All that.
Just carry the gloves with you.
That's right. You know, hands up, guns down. Just everywhere trying to make a difference. A lot of funerals, brother. A lot.
Young people.
Yeah. Because not trying to take up for them and justify for them. Marvin Gaye, who really cares? And they know fake, like this, how you want to mention that with this fake food. They know it's fake when you don't give real love.
Right.
And then you got the drugs. And it's not like back in the day. Okay?
Sure.
I mean, you light up a joint and it stay lit. So that's treated.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't no real marijuana. And the coke and the dope, everything.
Yeah, mix everything up.
Everything mixed. And what it do is sets off the trigger
In the brain.
in these kids' mind. And it's nobody care.
What can we do to change something? Street doctor, what can we do? How can we nourish young minds to really say no to drugs and no to crime?
Go ahead, bro. We've been doing that, even yourself.
Sure.
We have to, everybody, just bring them in, no show.
That's right, man. That's
Okay,
strange.
what's going on? I'm sick of this shit. What's wrong, bro? You'd be surprised.
Just sitting down having a civil conversation.
Help this man.
Well, why we don't have, I'm sure you probably tried to build something. Why we don't have an actual helping hand like that? Like it's not a war. You know, America have a war on things. They have a war on literacy. They have a war on poverty, a war on hunger. We work by war. Well, why are we black folk ashamed to say we at war with these issues? If we state we at war, then we're going to tool ourselves for war.
Exactly.
But like I get it from you. I may go 10 miles and pick it up again from Salon. Go another 20 miles and pick it up strong from Larryham. Like. So between those reactors, there's no wire.
You said something earlier that took me back to lockup. You had messed up people in lockup.
Sure.
You had the white boys with the bikers. You had the white boys that didn't like us. You had the 5%ers. You had the Muslims. You had the Christians. You had all these so-called rebels in lockup. But what happened was we all came together and said, it's we gonna go in? Is we going in that cage? And everybody said no. So I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Get an issue what we agree.
That's
Do
right.
we agree? Put all the politics,
Yes.
all that shit. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. Put all that aside, and let's deal with the issue. Do you have a problem
Yes.
with our kids killing each other? Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to do something about it?
Yes.
Yes. Me too.
That's right.
So
we all should have that
come
agenda.
on, brother.
Whether it's the mosque, synagogue,
But hey,
temple, whatever.
Go ahead, brother. But argue on it. I put out a notice that this was to the churches. You know how many churches in Newark?
Oh man, I'm sure it's about 1,000.
So if all the churches,
Come on now.
come on, brother.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes, sir.
one day
Yes.
flood the street,
That's right.
not just with literature, with everything,
Yes.
what you need.
Yes.
You ain't gonna have no room for no dealing.
No.
They ain't gonna do that.
No. Or if all the churches, we have 1,000 churches, and each church put up $100 to fight civil rights, to fight against poverty, fight against drugs, crime, and things of that nature.
Who's gonna handle the money?
We have to figure that out.
See what I'm saying?
We gotta
That's
figure
what
that
it
out.
always leads
We
up
have to figure
to.
that out. What we would have to do is find responsible organizations and issue the money to them and hold them accountable. And then if it don't work this year, right, it's only $100 from each church. We keep doing it for a 10-year period. So we find that we tried the backstreet doctor. His program is not working. Whenever things going, so okay, let's back somebody else for this year. But at least we have a bridge to work with.
Right.
Because if you're going to mention, and a lot of us do, we mention the Jews and the Holocaust.
Yeah, man.
If you're going to mention that, if you're going to go there, right, you got to be ready to be organized.
Yes. Hold that
Go
thought.
ahead.
Not just them. Look at the Indians. I mean, not the Indians. Is it the Indians? Yeah, the Indians. So know what they did with their reparation? They bought casinos.
Right. Or allowed casinos to be built on a reservation.
Yeah, no shit. It's right here. Sands, all.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just changed it to, they got an Indian thing. Told what you calling them to change their name. No more Red Sox and all that old stuff
Sure,
or whatever.
sure.
But that's power. Come on.
But let me say this right here. Okay. We have made, since Dr. King,
My man.
we've made tremendous progress.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
today, all right, in 1983, when it was incarcerated, right? If you asked me to pick out one black young millionaire that was going to inherit some money, I would probably say Bill Cosby's son. Of course, unfortunately, he died. He was murdered. Sorry to hear about that too. But the family have my deepest condolences. The comparative thing that I'm trying to make is, today, we have a whole lot of black millionaires, black American millionaires, and we don't know them all.
And know what, brother? And they coming after them strong with this Me Too shit.
Well,
He smacked me on my
right.
He
From
smacked
30
me on.
years ago. Right.
Shut up, bro.
No,
this-
in the hood that wouldn't even stand.
This-
But
these-
I can't say the
They went to Trump said,
Yeah.
you know, but
But we,
Russell, my man, Russell, everybody.
everybody. No, but the
So I see-
point I'm trying to make is this right here, Street Doctor, is that we have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Black
Always-
Americans have a lot of money
Always did.
because,
Always.
2 years ago, there was a guy down in Morehouse College, and he did the commencement.
Remember, yeah.
And he
and
paid $60 million or whatever it is.
That's right.
Come on, well,
No, you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Look at Michael Jordan when Al Sharpton brought up his name. This guy came out of his shadow, and he gave. Oprah Winfrey came out of her shadow.
But we got a lot of people there's a lot of people that we don't know.
We don't know, bro.
We don't know their name and they have a lot of money.
That's right, bro.
Okay, so I think that for us as Black Americans, it's just a matter of us getting organized.
I know.
Now, how do we do that? Because if we're gonna go and say trying to compare things with the Jewish Holocaust and the Jews with their reparations that they got from many different countries or whatever, that we're gonna have to come correct, even to making comparative note,
Right.
because they're greatly organized. Now we can get organized without a doubt. It's just a matter of getting organized and being able to take a loss. We can't take a loss. As I said, if each
I call it sacrifice. And I'm
Take a
glad you
sacrifice.
brought that up with Rosa Parks and
that's right.
that boycott
Yes,
was over a year.
over a year. Shut it down.
Shut it down. You see, Martin Luther King, I love you, Martin. He said, I love boycott. They stay away from that. He said, what's that bread everybody buy? And he said, Wonder Bread. They boycotted, know what they did? They sent a lawyer. He said, dig, man, we losing money.
That's right.
Because something you said earlier is that we spend more money than anybody in the world.
Yes.
Soda pop.
Yeah.
So we have to get back to that because they're attacking my generation, which is the old heads, the ones that still conscious. Okay, we have to get back into that, bro. And I refuse is not to be a part of that. Okay.
It's in the spirit.
Since you brought that up, boy, you had some right stuff. I was waiting on my nephew to come and take a picture of me and you with this. This is where I'm going from here. This lady, she makes these. Look at this, brother.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Is that nice?
Oh, that is nice.
So after I come out of
Suit.
this, yeah, I put this.
How much does something like that cost?
I think she said like 10 or whatever.
Wow.
But this is since we got it, this is a up to date, you
Virgin.
know.
Okay, let me touch on this right
Come
here.
on, anything, bro.
You know, with the over commercialization of Black Lives Matter,
Come on, man.
and even before the knee, taking the knee,
Come on.
you were out here fighting
I know.
for justice for our people. So, how do this really affect you? Do you really need to put on a Black Lives Matter, because Black lives always matter, dude. So how do we balance this now?
I'm gonna tell you another good question. I promote anything that blacks trying to make a difference.
Sure.
The sister blessed me with that, with this.
Mm-hmm.
I got all kinds of different shirts, and I wear them to support that black business. And my thing is, Black Lives Matter is not just with the shootings. Black Lives Matter of getting us jobs.
Yes.
Black Lives Matter of let's stop killing each other.
Drive-by shootings. And
Drive-by
things like
shootings
that.
and all.
Yes, yeah.
And I have a problem with that.
Yes.
And I don't see many people addressing that.
All right.
Come on.
Let me say this right here. How do we change that? The flood. In other words, we have a flood of water going towards police brutality. We open the floodgates, and rightfully so, because the danger of that is that we need the police.
Very dangerous.
The police, we need the police in the community. If something happens, we have to call the police. Death, someone sick or whatever, we really need the police. So we can't have the police being a savior and also being the one that beat us up also. Okay. How do we create the same energy that we have with marching against police brutality? How do we create the same energy in us, stop killing each other, stop robbing each other, and just stop hurting each other? How do we create that same energy?
Go ahead. And That's what I'm.
Is it a movie?
All right. How y'all doing? All right.
What's up?
And all right now.
You want to buy a top?
And that's what I'm working on hardcore. What you just said. But you got to be. Everybody got to be on the same page of wanting to do something about this.
Yes.
In other words, like, it's ugly what you. We don't approve of it. We don't approve that drive-bys, kids getting away because the bullets don't have no name on it. We don't approve of that, and we have to show that.
Cool.
We see who really cares, and we're working on that now.
If we can get that, that would be a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
If we can put that energy behind that right
yeah,
there.
man.
Because I think that do we go through a superstition in our minds and think that others don't know that we are more likely to kill one another than anyone else?
Yeah.
Do we go through that superstition when we?
No,
when we
that ain't
I'm talking about for us. When we work at, let's say, Prudential, when we work at the airport, when we work at these big jobs, different places, right? Do we believe that our counterparts that we work with, our comrades that we work with, that may be of another race, don't read the paper to know that we take each other out? You understand?
Go ahead, man.
You know, I mean, you know, do we really believe that no matter how high my education, and I'm El Calabi, I graduated from Cornell, this, that, and other, but then, you know, we work around people that read every day, or that
Right.
listen to news every day.
Right.
And the news reflects something.
Yeah, all negative. Everything.
Exactly.
That's right. And my station used to be 10-10 wins. You give me 20 minutes, I give you the world.
Yes.
I had to leave there all late, all nothing good. Now, since this virus thing, everybody's selling. Buy me, the dentist, heart failure, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, damn, money, brother,
Mm-hmm.
money. Everything now is no more human touch no more.
It's all about money.
Money.
Sure.
So yeah, so the main thing is, big brother, is that I just keep, I just ask God, what you want me to do.
Sure.
Keep doing what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
because you on a mission.
Yes.
And I love you, Mom. And that lady, man, before she left, she died, man. She was very thankful. She said, I told you it was Moses.
Amen.
You know, I'll never forget that. You know, and her dying, her last words.
Wow.
You know,
Your
so-
mother from Jersey?
Yeah, she retired here, but she passed away in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I was just happy for that. Happy that God blessed me to get out. And between me and you and the audience is that it's a mission, man.
Yes.
Because there's no way I suppose I came out of that. So I see it. Because I used to always ask God, why me? And the answer was, why not you?
Yes.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, let me ask you this, Street Doctor. Now, I heard your voice on radio 2 weeks ago when Dr. Al Sharpton WLS, and you talked about your illness.
Yeah.
So can we talk about that now? Where you at with that?
Yeah.
And what illness is it that you have?
Okay, what happened, brother? I was wondering where these knots was coming from.
Okay.
I got one on my head, and I got one here. And
Bring it for a second.
yeah, and that was connected to cancer. Okay. And where I'm at now is I'm looking for a second, what they call it, second opinion?
Second opinion.
Yeah, because I ain't, I just started taking the medication,
Okay.
like about a week, 2 weeks ago. Antibiotics, and then you know I got diabetes. You know my age, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm 70-something years old, bro.
70 something?
Yeah, bro.
70, you 70 years old, street doctor?
No, more than that. I got another birthday. I got another birthday coming up in December. So I think it's 71 or 72. It's up there. So the reason why I don't care how old you know, I'm talking about with God now,
Sure.
is that I'm supposed to have been gone. I'm the last one left, bro. Out of the, excuse me, out of my crew. Okay? And so, that's why I started off with your show.
Sure.
I complained that I had no shoes. I met the man that had no feet. So all that I went through, okay, and I'm still here.
Still here, yeah.
Okay, you know, with my little cane, equilibrium a little off. But every time I feel like I'm a fall, I just start throwing punches and stuff. You know, I just act like I'm in the ring again.
Right.
You know, because the Vikings said, "Let me die with my sword in my hand." That's my sword.
That's right.
So,
We're gonna go.
so that's right. So, like that bunny rabbit, they took that off. Remember that?
The energizer, but
Yeah, man. I like that.
they're motivating too many people.
Go ahead.
They're motivating too many people. They got rid of that one.
Hit that motherfucker. Okay. Yes, sir. But I thank God all the time when I wake up. Thank you for another day. And I'm ready to go to work. And all them years I did in that hole, that was my be still, getting educated, is to do this mission.
Wow.
That's it. So, your first question, which was the best, right on time, they say coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous, is that, why do you do that? So, that's why I started off like that. This ain't no, damn man, this 10 years and all this crazy stuff, 58 years a day. I mean, damn, I probably couldn't even do a year. And I always, they had this brother named Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson used to run 6 miles backwards.
Wow.
You got motherfuckers can't even run a mile frontwards.
Yeah. 6 miles back.
Yeah, bro. But these guys, everything was in the training. So I was in a, what they call that, corporate America, 101. I was in training.
For what you,
Go ahead, man.
for the actual runway.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Go
And when
ahead.
you got to that runway, you ran
Come on,
and
man.
done what you had to do.
Come on, bro. So, how's I'm gonna be afraid of anything?
Sure.
Niggas could have went in the bank, okay? But they rather to rob you, break in a car, sell drugs. That was their cup of tea.
Sure.
I went in there. They asked the white guy, Willie Sutton. They say, why do you rob banks? You know what his answer was? He said, that's where the money was at. That was some deep shit. Yeah, that's some deep shit. So street doctor, head is we got all these toys
Sure.
out here for you. You're stealing the cars, and shooting, you know, all this stuff. And you're gonna go in our banks. So I did more time than a murderer.
Wow. They're trying to put you under this year.
All the bank robbers. Oh no.
35, 40 years.
Yeah, brother. You know, and I was just, you have to excuse me, brother, whatever just come up in my mind, I was just, because I still read, I read somewhere, right, where they, and you can Google this, the laughing barrel. We couldn't laugh in public.
Wow.
You had a fucking barrel where you had to stick your head in the barrel and laugh.
Oh my God.
Come on, brother.
So many atrocities. So many things.
Just building us, taking so much away, confidence, and you never ain't gonna be nothing. We even had some parents say that you'll never be a Christian because
They got it from wherever.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
right. And even the school teachers felt that
Go
way a
ahead.
lot of times. Yeah.
now you since you brought that up, school thing, right? And the taking the shot, and I want to say this is me to the people who don't know. Back in the day, the Tuskegee experiment.
Yes, sir.
They shot syphilis.
That's right.
Okay. Hey. Okay, brother.
How you been?
Okay.
You look great.
Thank you.
You look good, both of y'all.
Thanks, man.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you. All right, Earl.
Thank you. For all you've ever given me.
My
Thank
man. Excuse me, brother. You know, all right. They had the syphilis. Shot that in these people and didn't give them medication. So here we go now. How many years
Experiment.
later? They still doing it. Now they talking about shooting this stuff for this.
Coronavirus.
Please, y'all, be very careful
Be
with that, man. Okay? Because just like my brother said, we just having a conversation. I love it. He supposed to be interviewing me, and we just kicking it. But that's how I love when it ain't script.
Yes.
Okay? I love when it ain't script. Study the answer, become wise.
But you don't seem to be bitter about your physical illness. I thought maybe that you it's almost as though.
Brother, you asking the right stuff. Know what our number one that takes us out of here? Not the disease, the stress.
Yes. Yes.
So if I'm worrying,
Or go.
yeah, people was coming to me. You okay? I said, yeah. I said, so, oh, you heard? Yeah. So why you ain't sick? Yeah, but yeah, come on. I'm not stressed. Live as though this your last day.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You cannot stop it. We leaving here.
Yeah, we leave one day.
So what is you gonna do while you here? I gotta drop this.
That's right.
Here go a guy in Detroit, told his wife to bury all his stuff, the car, the diamonds. The grave diggers couldn't wait until the people left so they could get it.
Got that right.
Come on, brother.
Dug it right up.
Dug it right up. So, do much is good that you can do, okay?
Right here on Earth, right now.
Right here on Earth.
Right here on Earth.
You know, I don't want to wait. They give me my phone. Oh, he was good and yeah. Come on, leave that. You know, look out now.
Look out. Do it now. Take care now.
Do it now.
Well, Street Doctor, we're going to meet again.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to
Yes.
impart with you, talk with you.
Good conversation.
Of course, everybody loves you. The community wondering about you. And I'm sure this is going to put them a little bit at ease. But again, you do work. You're out here. You're giving yourself. Somebody need to put something in the collection plate. So when people hear this, if they wanted to put something in the collection plate for you, how would they go about doing it?
Okay. I have my number is 973
973
388
388
1430.
1430.
And then my granddaughter hooked me up with a cash app, Street Doctor. Keep forgetting.
Is it connected with that telephone number?
That telephone number.
Okay. That's all they need
Because
to know.
somebody sent me something with the telephone number.
Okay.
Again, 973 388 1430.
And they can reach out to you also on Facebook as Street Doctor
No,
as well.
I'm glad you brought. Boy, you asking the right stuff. No, what happened? They took me off Facebook.
Is that right?
I want the other day.
Well, who you under?
Some they hooked it up. Somebody. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Which I'm preaching to the choir. Anytime you doing some good stuff, you're a threat. Can I take you to a person that can confirm that? His name was Martin Luther King. Check this out. A sister, so-called, said, Martin was speaking, said, you Martin Luther he said, yes, ma'am. And she stabbed
I
him. No,
know.
this some
Yeah.
deep stuff, brother. I said, damn. They said Jesus, when they was crucified, people still was running up to him asking him for help. Nobody tried to stop the crucifixion.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
anytime you doing good stuff, it like it shakes the devil up. You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
And the devil, in which, well, we know today, is in any color or any body.
Yes, without a doubt.
They say the devil was outside the mosque and the temple and the church crying. And the old lady came up to him and said, devil, why you crying? And he said, they're in there blaming me again.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's deep.
No, this you see what? Man, they're blaming me again.
The devil crying. Wow.
Yeah, man.
As we conclude on this interview.
Come on.
Street Doctor, we have 4 candidates running for president. President Trump, Vice President Pence, Kamala Harris,
And Biden.
Joe Biden. You have any predictions? Any hopes?
I'm hoping what I'm saying don't come true.
What are you saying?
Trump. You heard the latest?
No.
They done put this son of a gun up for no Peace Prize, bro. Come on, man.
For a Nobel Peace Prize.
That's the latest. And he gonna use all that. Then he made a statement, he done did more for blacks since he was president
Then Abraham Lincoln.
and Obama and them. So the question is, brother, the question is, nobody, no investigation, no right to speak. Nobody questioned that. So my thing is, which I told you my favorite word, why? Because he was true.
Let me ask you this right here, and I'm going to definitely conclude after this. Do the Democrats lay on the ropes too much?
Yeah.
And why?
You know, okay, going to why, I love that why. Because they no good. And let me tell you something, brother. When Trump had, because he definitely ain't no good. When Trump had them people, Russia and all, because they masters, what they call that, the emails and all that. So they got back with him, and that's why he made that statement back then. They need to lock her ass up because they went into her, they went into her stuff, man. He was playing games, you know. So they no good.
Is there? Do you see a day when a Democrat going to come along and going to battle? That's going to, you know, that's going to get out there and, you know, shake something, make it happen. Do you envision that day coming again? Will we see a Democrat back in office again?
Politics, bro.
Because what
It's a dirty game. You feel me? Obama had 2 terms, bro. Come on, man.
2 terms, yeah, he did.
2 terms. What? And then this guy come in, okay, he done did more pardons.
Oh my God.
I mean, his overall is messed up because he's racist. Just like you said, he dividing the country. Yeah, if he said something wrong, I would have smacked him and punched him right in it. And then they showed a clip where the guy punched the brother.
Yeah.
You know, he lying, and then I don't know if he's part of this Chinese thing with this yeah, brother. Because don't forget, all this pale horse, what they call that, the other one, all these secret societies.
Yeah, oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The Illuminati and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, so, you know, yeah, so we don't.
We don't know. It's just up and down.
So my thing is prayer, bro.
Prayer,
Pray up,
and I think that I'm going to end with the
Come on.
words of Maya Angelou.
My
She
girl.
said to Oprah Winfrey, "Be still,
Be still.
be
One
still."
of my favorites.
Okay. Again, this is Zachariah Jackson, downtown Newark, interviewing Street Doctor from Newark, New Jersey. Thank you and good night.